Welcome to my patio tour of Christmas time. I'm going to talk a little bit about my stuff. Um, Pearl wants to say hi too. I'll start off with this. This was my grandma's watering tin, and I seem to decorate it for all the different seasons. This is one set of my Muppet Babies. I'm missing the Kermit from this one. I think these may have been my childhood ones. And then, of course, there's Minnie from A Christmas Carol. And Alley Cat wanted to stop by and say hello too. She's my little outside cat. These pillows, I bring them out at Christmas time. They were given to me. All the black and white ones were given to me by my friend Anna. And then on top of my little fireplace out here, which I don't have on right now, but I've got my Disney dolls dressed up with holiday gowns. And then here's one of my Snoopy nativities, or Peanuts nativities. Somehow I ended up with two. And here are some more of my holiday dolls, or at least dolls dressed up for the holidays. And then those stuffies are out all the time. The black and white one I got from my friend Mary. The little white cat reminds me of Pearl. And then the little chihuahua reminds me of my dog Bambi that I lost. So, love having those out. And I also change out the linens over here as well for the holidays. This is something my mom gave me a few years ago, and I thought it looked like a giant Christmas wreath, or Christmas ornament. So I filled it with ornaments, and the lights are on. I don't know if you can really see, but um, it's fun, and I love it. I also have started doing it for fall time with some pumpkins as well. So I may come up with additional ideas of using it all year round, but that's what I've done so far. And then this is my ornament tree of characters. So a lot of these I inherited from my friend Mary. Um, she loved a lot of the same characters that I do. Um, Here's the Wizard of Oz ones. And Howdy Doody, because I used to do ventriloquism, and I had a Charlie McCarthy, but that one's cute too. Snow White's my favorite Disney princess. Dopey. Couple from Pocahontas. And of course Thumper from Bambi. Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore. These are some of my 70s ornaments that I really like, or mid-century modern. I don't know if they're from the 70s or the 60s, but I think they're cute. I like them. Ziggy, Charlie Brown and Snoopy. My Grinch ornaments. Actually, that one's twisted around, but a couple of these I've had for since the 90s, or I'm sorry, early 2000s. Here's another little one that's cute. I don't know if that's Ren or Stimpy or Ren and Stimpy. That's another one that I inherited. Here's my other Grinch ornament that I was looking for. And then I think her name was Maxine. I always thought she was funny and kind of grumpy, which made me love her even more. This little drummer boy. There's my Bambi and Bambi and his mom. And then Marilyn Monroe, I've had this one for a long, long time. This is the tour of my living room at Christmas time with the lights on. Kind of pan around the room and then I'll go around and talk about everything. Pearl says hello. This beautiful Christmas tree was gifted to me this year from my friend Stephanie. I've had a lot of fun decorating it. I'm getting new ornaments this year. You get these Easter Seals Crossroads Guild ornaments this year, and they are different scenes around Indianapolis, and I just think they're so pretty. I had a lot of fun decorating this tree. Both of my mini trees that I have I've had for several years, so it's kind of fun to get something new, and I stated that I wanted a full-size tree, and she had this beautiful Hallmark one that she just gifted me. It was so kind and thoughtful. I put this up every year and put my Christmas cards in it. I think it's so thoughtful that people send out cards. I didn't get them out this year, so there'll be a digital one. This is my vintage Snow White Madame Alexander. Snow White is my favorite Disney character, Disney princess. And then this sled I've had for a long time, and I decided this year to bring up some of my childhood toys and replacements of my childhood toys to display. The Smurfs all down at the front were my childhood, except for Smurfette. The Red Baron from Rainbow Bright was my childhood, along with the Alvin and the Chipmunks. The blue and white sprites were as well from my childhood. The Raggedy Ann, I believe, was from my dad's mom. And then the My Friend dolls were our replacements for the ones I had as a kid. I got a couple 18-inch dolls in the back. And then, of course, Grogu, aka Baby Yoda. And then the Care Bears were all gifted to me from a friend. I believe the sock monkey was made by my aunt. And I got some Fraggles up in there too. So it's just something fun that I thought would be whimsical and a way to, and I kind of got them going down the sled like at a slope, so I thought that was fun. Over on my telephone desk, I have my other set of Muppet Babies. And then these fun little ornaments that me, my mom, and sister made when we worked together. It has our pictures in them. I thought they were fun, and I bring them out every year. For here I have this nativity scene. The actual structure was something that I inherited from my friend Mary. Got quite a few little gems from her. And then I picked these up a few years ago. They very much reminded me of the 90s, and they were made in the 90s. I don't remember what they're called. I have the box, and I always put them back in the box every year, but those are fun. And then I have my little mini Christmas tree. That reminds me of my aunt had a Christmas tree that was bigger like that back when I was growing up, so it brings back childhood memories. The reason for the season. Then here is my other Peanuts nativity scene and Peanuts tree. And I've got a lot of little things in my curio cabinet. Most of the stuff in here are gifts from family, things that belong to my mother's mother. So I really love those things. I did put a little hat on the owl to decorate. And the little dog got one too. It's my other doll display with holiday dolls or dolls that are dressed up for the holidays. Let's bring out the Mary and Jesus. I've been decorating this little white tree this year. It's just one of those little Dollar Tree ones, but I think it turned out really cute with all the different ornaments on it. I just decided to keep it simple with gold and white and pearl accents. Pearls were my mother's favorite, so those are fun. This quilt was given to me from my friend Anna this year, and I think it very much looks Christmassy, even though it's not really Christmas, but I think it brings out the Christmas season. These are part of my collection of toys that I have. I've got my California Raisins, Mickey and Minnie, and then Alf, Mon-Chi-Chi. Got another Alf with I put a Christmas hat on, and Alvin and E.T. if I didn't say E.T. already. Then I brought out my little baby elves. This kitty got a hat. And this little dog was a Avon bottle that was my mother's, and put a little hat on it. Got some photos of family. Here is part of my Smurf collection. And that little dog that reminds me of Bambi, my friend Melissa got me. Bambi was my little chihuahua that I had for several years. She passed away after being about 15 or 16. And then here's another little mini tree that I did. It's got some fun stuff on it. It actually has some little Smurf ornaments. They're real tiny, so you can barely see them, but I thought they were cute. And then my grandma's clip-on earrings. These little birds were given to me this year from my friend Diana at work, and I just think they're so cute. These were my grandmother's silhouette photos that I think are just lovely. The little one in the middle was actually given to me from a neighbor of my mom's who thought it would go great with my collection, and it does. And so I've kind of got my vintage looking stuff up here. The little bunny got a hat this year. This Barbie I actually won in a contest. She was a fixed up, and I love the vintage dress that she has on. The Ken back there I got secondhand somewhere, and I actually reflocked him. This girl was my mom's Wheaton wear that she gave to me, or I took over, I don't know which one. This little tree was also given to me from my friend Diana this year. This was my dad's mother's clock. I like having it out. And then these are two that I picked up at thrift stores. I did fix the one up on the left quite a bit. She was pretty gnarly looking when I found her. But the other one I think is a reproduction, and she's a Glinda. I love this little light that my sister got me that warms candles. It's really cute. Then I've got my little stockings. My mom got me the one with the S last year, and then I keep the one on the left. I belong to one of my dogs, I believe Isabel, and I just keep it around to remind me of my dogs. I no longer have dogs. And welcome to my dining room. I picked up these little Santas, I think last year or the year before. I was only going to buy a couple of them, but I ended up loving them so much, so I bought the whole collection I saw. They were from Goodwill, but I think they're very cute. My friend Lee Miller gave this to me. She painted it, and it's a print of her paint, and I just love it. I keep it out actually all year long, along with these two pictures down here that remind me of my grandparents. And then this is my Santa display. I've picked up a few of these all over the place around the years. This one's very special to me because I got it from my friend Steve the year before he passed away. I really miss him, but I'm happy to have that as part of my collection. I believe that one's from my friend Nenny. And I really like this little She spins a little bit. That's fun. This is a new one added this year that I got from work that was probably painted by a client. I love it. I got that Santa and Mrs. Claus in the last few years. I kind of got them sitting on tens. Doves and red cardinals are very special to me. I love birds in general, as you can probably see from around my dining room. My whole dining room's done in birds. I picked up these Peter Rabbit. They're from, I believe, the 90s. Found the whole collection of those last year, so I really like them. My friend Melissa gave me these couple ornaments and the kitty cat ornaments. I have several of these glass ornaments. They kind of are shaped like eggs, but I've had them since the early 2000s, so I like to put them out every year. And I believe only one is broken out of the whole set. The violin reminds me of my grandfather. He played. My sister got me this one a couple years ago. It's cute. It had a stock photo in it for a while, but finally got a family photo in it. Here's another one of those glass ornaments. And that one. This one came from my realtor the year I bought my house. And this one came from my cousin the same year. The ones with the letter S came from my mom last year. My little snowman collection, along with some other odds and ends. That's really cute. I picked it up in the last couple years. And then my mom got me the Let It Snow sign. The gingerbread people, I actually saw when I was down visiting my dad and stepmom at Christmas time one year in Florida, and I thought they were so cute, and but they were really high priced there. And then the next year or two, I found them at a thrift store for reasonably priced. I like these little vintage dolls. I don't remember where I picked those up. I've had them for quite a few years as well, along with the little snowman and the snowman on the star. And then these are Lennox snowmen that I actually found at the Goodwill for a very, very cheap. And then I got that little snowman too that I think is really cute. Up here I have my nutcrackers displayed. And that little penguin's very special to me because my nephew gave it to me. Along with the nutcrackers my sister gave to me. And I've always really liked this mouse. I think he's cute. And then this house back here my mom gave to me. In this cabinet, this was my grandmother's cabinet that she left me, and I repainted it, and I have all of her Depression glass in it as well that I inherited. That was her little, has marble at the end, and it kind of shines different color lights. My sister got me this little Hummel looking boy this year, and I just thought he had to be in a Christmas sweater and a Santa hat. And I did add the wallpaper this year. That was my grandfather's harmonica and one of his knives and pocket watch. More of the depression glass. And I forgot to mention while I was doing the living room that the blue cabinet in there, I also repainted. That was from my childhood. Got my dining room table with mostly angels. This one my old neighbor Becky gave to me. She was an angel on earth, a very, very sweet lady. The reason for the season. And these little wood snowflakes I've picked up somewhere along the years, but I can't remember where, but I just love them. I think they're so cute. I think they're made to be like trivets, but I just like them out to decorate. Then these two white angels, one's a music box and the other one's a bell, and the one in the middle is a wood piece. I believe he's like from Germany or something, and he's a music box as well. And then this angel was also from Becky. I believe she gave it to my mom. And then this angel was my grandmother's. And this little angel coin was given to me from my friend Marjorie this year. And then this angel was from my friend Nenny. Then I got a little mini village here. It's not very much, but I like it. It's got a church in it, a little house that lights up, a little snow globe, and then a camper. The camper reminds me of childhood memories out at my mom's. She had a camper out in her backyard, and we used to have lots of fun doing little picnics and playing out there. So it was good memories. I love you all. Thank you for joining me on the tour of my house for Christmas time. And I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Love you all. Jesus loves you and you matter.